Are you feeling like you're looking old? Now, I know that no one really wants to get old, but getting old is something that is not in our control. But the thing is that as we get older, we realize that our skin gets to sag, it gets a bit dull, and even we start seeing wrinkles. And that's something that no one really wants. And it's also one stage that I don't think anyone wants to get into. And I also know that to look younger, a lot of you do exercises to stay in tip top shape. So you work out those biceps, triceps, your back, your legs. But most of you don't do one thing, is that you don't exercise your face. And the fun fact is that the face is literally the very first thing that a person notices when you meet them. So what I'm going to do today is to show you some of those secret exercises that I do and I use myself to stay younger, to look sharp, and also to tighten the skin around my face. And if you do this, you will see results in around 2 weeks, and also it's very simple to follow and a game changer. So while you're watching this video, also try and do these exercises with me, and trust me, it's going to be fun. And also a disclaimer that just make sure that you don't have a lot of crowd around you, because as fun as it is, it's also going to feel funny. So let's get started. Now the very first exercise that we are going to do is for your jawline, and that is your neck tilt. So now most of these face exercises that I'm going to show you have many names, and I'm going to name some of them by myself. So what we're going to do first is for your jawline, and that is your neck tilt. So the very first thing that you're going to do is try to sit or stand straight. And all you're going to do is try to look at the ceiling where your head is right up behind. Tilt your head back like you're looking at the ceiling. So while you're looking at the ceiling, you're going to open your mouth or your jaw as wide as you can. Now while you keep your jaw wide open and your mouth wide open, you're going to make sure that you're going to feel that stretch at least for a few seconds. And mainly you'll feel that stretch in your neck and your jaw muscles. So after you've held this position for about a few seconds, you're going to slowly close your jaw while maintaining that head. And while you close your jaw, you're going to think like you're going to kiss the sky. Now what you're going to do is you're going to repeat this at least 5 to 7 times, but while you're doing this, make sure that your mouth is wide open, and also make sure while doing this your head is continuously tilted behind, so you're not really moving your head. So when you open your mouth, just make sure that you feel that entire stretch, and at the same time when you close your mouth and you're kissing the sky, just make sure that you almost pout, which should look like a kiss, and you're kissing the sky. Now once you've done this around 5 to 7 times, we move on to the next, which is called the fish face and the blowfish face. Now this is something you might have done as a kid, and trust me, it used to feel funny even then, and it also feels funny even now. Now what this does is it gives you a very nice feeling around your cheeks and your entire jaw area, so try to do this exactly how it's shown. Also make sure that you don't do this in public. So all you have to do is pull your cheeks right in, like almost like you want to swallow your cheeks, and try to make those cheeks touch from the inside. You might feel a slight stretch, but try and hold it for around 10 seconds. And after 10 seconds, try and do this again and repeat it for around 5 to 7 times. And I know this is going to look funny, but it is going to help you tighten the skin around your cheeks. Now once you've done that for around 5 to 7 times, the next thing that I'm going to show you is the blowfish face. Now the blowfish face is what I'm going to show you in 2 different variations. So right now I'll show you the very first variation. If you've ever seen a blowfish, it looks pretty much like this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to keep your mouth closed, and you're going to blow in air as much as you can till your cheeks literally come out. And once your cheeks completely are out, keeping your mouth closed, you're going to smile. And while you smile, you're going to try and force the air out from your mouth. What you'll realize is that around your cheeks, you'll feel a very powerful stretch. So all you have to do is keep trying to put that pressure on your cheeks and hold it for about 10 seconds and then release. And do this again for around 3 to 4 times and smile and release again. Now when you do this, you'll realize that you'll feel a kind of numbness on your cheek. Now this feeling is really normal, and it will also feel like when someone has really made you laugh and your cheeks start to hurt. That's the same feeling you're going to get. Now the second variation that we're going to do of this blowfish face is very similar to the first one. Now this is much more simpler, so all you're going to do is you're going to keep your mouth closed and you're going to blow in air, but only through one cheek. So you're trying to blow out air only and put pressure just on that one cheek, which is your right cheek first. And after like 5 seconds, you're going to shift focus and blow out the air on the left cheek. So basically all you're going to do is shift from one cheek to the other cheek. So from one side to the other side. Now do these a couple of times, or if you just want to count, then go around 5 to 7 times. But make sure you hold that air and that pressure on each cheek for around 5 seconds. This makes you feel like, you know, those challenges you do where your friend tells you to put as many grapes as you can on one side and let's see how many fit with your mouth closed. This is pretty much like that, or even laddus for that matter. Now the next what we are going to do is what I call the drama queen bout. So what you're going to do is, like, when someone clicks a picture and you want to pout, so you're going to make that pout and you're going to move your lips from side to side. So for the first 10 counts, you're going to move your lips from side to side pretty fast. Then for the next 5 times, you're going to move it just on one side and hold it for around 10 seconds, and then shift it to the other side and hold it for around another 10 seconds. And you're going to do this in total for around 5 times. Now, this exercise moves multiple muscles around your face. And if you want to try another variation of this, just try to move your pout towards your nose and the other towards your chin. Now, the next exercise you're going to do is the surprise, shock, and the wait what. And I'm sure right now you feel like, wait what? So in this exercise, what we are going to use majorly is your eyebrows. So when someone surprises you, mostly your eyebrows will go up. So all you're going to do is you're going to stretch your eyebrows really up, like it wants to touch the hairline. And you're going to hold that for around 5 counts or 5 seconds. Now, while you do this, you also have to feel like you're shocked. So you even widen your eyes as you widen your eyebrows. So it looks a little more exaggerated and it also looks quite funny. So I'm just going to show you again. If you just stretch your eyebrows, this is how it's going to look. And after 5 seconds, when you do a surprise shock, you're going to feel like this, where you also stretch your eyes wide open and your eyebrows as well. And after holding this for another 5 seconds, you're suddenly going to go into a facial expression like this, which is almost like questioning, wait, what? So here, what you're going to do is you're going to bring down your eyebrows, you're going to get your eyes a bit smaller and crunch all of them together. And you're going to hold this for another 5 seconds. So each of these, that is when you're surprised, you're raising your eyebrows. When you're shocked, you're raising even your eyebrows and opening your eyes wide. And when you go into just wait what, you're getting everything crunched together. You have to hold all of them for around 5 seconds each. And make sure you repeat that entire thing around 5 times. Now this exercise will help you to stretch all the areas around your forehead and the muscles around your eyes. Now we move on to the next, which is the lion yawn, or what I call the Lion King, because it literally looks like a lion yawning. Now the reason I call it the Lion King yawn, because it feels and looks like a lion yawning. So what you're going to do here is you're going to open your mouth wide open, and while you open it really wide, while you stretch those muscles around the jaw in your mouth, you're going to breathe in using your mouth. And while you breathe in, you're going to stretch it even furthermore. And when you breathe out, you're going to suddenly shut or close your mouth. Now this exercise, you can do it in 2 ways. So you can do this facing in front, where you open your mouth, you yawn, you breathe in and you breathe out and shut your mouth. Or you can face either of the side and do the same thing. So when you're doing this exercise, just make sure that you're opening your mouth really wide and you're breathing in like you're really yawning, because as much as it's going to bring in a lot of air, it's also going to stretch and strengthen those muscles around your jaw and even your neck. And the last exercise, what we are going to do is a head tilt shrug. Now what you're going to do here is you're going to tilt your head on one side. So let's say that you're tilting your head on the right side, which is your right shoulder. So you're trying to go and get your ear near your right shoulder. And while you do this, you're going to realize you're going to get a very definite stretch around your neck, especially to the side, which travels all the way from your ear all the way to the shoulder. So just do this like a couple of times and then you just shift sides. So all you're going to do is you're going to tilt your head on one side, lift your shoulder, flex your palm, and do like a shoulder shrug. If you can, just make sure that you do 5 to 7 shrugs, and then you just change sides and repeat the same. And just repeat it around 3 times on each side. And the very last exercise, which I feel that you should do on a daily basis, is to smile. Now when you smile, your brain doesn't just release happy hormones, but it also is quite like an exercise for the muscles around your face. So no matter what you do, try to find some reason to smile daily. Now I know these exercises are going to look and feel funny. Even when I try these exercises, I feel like laughing most of the time. And even though it feels funny, but they are very effective and they really work very well around the face. And most of the time while you do these exercises, you'll suddenly realize that, oh, I haven't felt these muscles in a while. And that's what it's exactly going to feel like. And in case while watching this video, you try these exercises, you know how lovely those muscles around your face suddenly feel like. It almost feels like you've just done a workout. So try all of these exercises at least 2 to 3 times a week. It honestly doesn't take more than 10 to 15 minutes. And 10 to 15 minutes is an amount of time that's not very difficult to spare. So do it whenever you can in the day. But you can do one by one whenever you get some free time. I many a times do these exercises when I'm watching something. So while I'm watching something, I'll just make sure that I'll do 1 or 2 of them. And some others, I just spread them out during the day. So feel free to just do it anytime. Just remember what I said earlier, that your face is the very first thing that people notice when they see you. And I'm sure your facial muscles deserve a little bit of love just like every other muscle of your body. Now, go try these exercises in case you haven't tried them. And if you have any questions regarding them, let me know in the comments or just watch any other video on this channel if anything about health interests you. And until we meet again next, don't stress and be awesome. Rocher that.